Your campus, your station, your voice. We are live from South by Southwest Sydney at the ICC. I am Byron. I am joined by my co-host Sally. This is TAFE Radio. And we are lucky enough to be joined by Amy from NanoMash. How are you going today, Amy? How's your experience at South by Southwest been so far?
It's been an interesting experience for me because it's my first time to exhibit a booth at such a big event. So I get to see a lot of people here and especially get to be on this radio.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you firstly a bit about NanoMash. What is it? What are you here presenting at South by Southwest? And how are you a part of it? And just a bit of an overview for people listening.
Yeah, so at NanoMash, we're the company who make nanobots. So actually the nanobots that you see in sci-fi movies that people injected into the body and then help treat diseases.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you're seeing this as an implementation for like the health industry. How actually do the nanobots, like, so if they're getting like put into the body during surgery, what do they do, and how is this going to change the health industry as we know it?
Yeah. So it will be injected into the bloodstream, and then it can travel around and have the sensor to see what kind of cell it needs to target. So in that way, it will help accelerate the targeted therapy. So because nowadays, for example, chemotherapies, right, it's all damage all the body tissue, including the healthy cells.
Yeah.
So nowadays, many people suffer from like side effects, and that shouldn't happen. So that's why we come with the nanobots that they can tell which cell is cancerous cells, and then they only target that cell.
So is that like, is that like stem cell? Is it like a stem cell?
So actually our nanobots are made out of DNA. So
oh, wow.
We use DNA not as its normal function that we know in the human nature. We actually use DNA as like an architecture. For example, as a method for the robots that we see outside in the real world, right? But then we use DNA as the architecture of it.
Oh my God. I just feel like I'm completely unqualified.
So how big are they? So nano obviously means small.
Very, very small. So it's in nanometers. So you can't see, it's even tinier than like your hair strand. Like you can't see.
Amazing. And Amy, whereabouts are you, and what do you call, what is it? NanoMash?
Yeah, so that's the name of the company, NanoMash, because nanobots have many other applications, not just cancer. So we're trying to match the right nanobots for the right application.
And so what is your background? Are you...
So I used to study Doctor of Medicine, and now I changed, and then now currently doing research.
So was that like in oncology or?
No, it's actually specifically on nanobots. Creating this nanobots.
So how did this get started? Like what started this all for you, and how did you get down this route? When did you get started with this project?
So actually I get inspired and get started from South by Southwest Sydney. From like about 2 years ago. I was just like walking around, going to conference, and then look at like, oh, actually there's this one conference from University of Sydney that talks about the revolutions of nanobots. So after that conference, I get in contact with like the presenters and like ask, begging for them, like, please, can I please join and like experience your research, like please advise me. And that's how I learned how to make this.
We've been doing this now. Well, yesterday was the first day, obviously, but so many success stories have come out of South by Southwest. It's actually insane. I actually just learned that Billie Eilish was discovered at South by Southwest.
Wow.
I'm like, look at it. And then the amazing work. That is just so incredible, Amy.
What does the future look like for you? Like in an ideal world, where do you want to be taking this? And where do you see the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years for you and the company?
Yeah. If it's 2, 3, 5 years, that might be too early to actually make nanobots to be injected into people, because we need to go through a lot of regulations. But in 10 years time, hopefully 20, 30 years, we'll be able to see that we can actually avoid unnecessary surgery or unnecessary procedures, or have better treatment outcomes for the patients, since we have this high-end technology that are more specific, more targeted, and go deep inside the body.
So it's still very much experimental now?
So right now we're doing like proof of concept experimentals in labs. So yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been absolutely fascinating. It's going to be something to look forward to in the next 10, 15 years, and we're most certainly not going to be the last that we're going to be seeing of you. So thank you very much for your time, Amy.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely fascinating. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
There's more where this came from here on TAFE Radio. We'll be back very, very shortly.